Right guys, Blackmore VRC. Over the last few months I've been watching people sort of stripping things down, particularly one from Kev Talbot with the Lossy Pro Moto. He had screws scattered all over the table, you know, like this, everywhere, and he was losing them. So I've come up with an idea just to keep everything tidy, and if you're doing a long-term project you can just like put it to one side, stack another one on top, So this is called the parts tray, and so I've made it so that it's got individual sections. Just pull it forward, get the armour, tip him upside down, throw the body on the floor, so you can see, right, you get screws out. I won't take this apart because I don't want to take it apart, but screws from there, that can go in there, screw from up here can go in there, centre diff, rear diffs, got all your slots, put your screws, your washers, your spacers, all sorts of things like that, in different little trays like that. They're not going to fly off the bench. Ideally this is the way you should be doing it, is like that. You know exactly which screw has come from what area around the car. Obviously the larger parts, you know where they go. Obviously if you don't, then you shouldn't be taking it apart. So it's mainly for screws and small components to sit in this tray. Let's sort these screws out a second. These trays got rubber feet on them. Let's move the armour out of the way. That ain't going to slide about, ain't going to fall off the bench unless you seriously knock it off, but it's going to be at the back there like that. So you can put that there, that there. Let's bring it forward. That there. There's 4 little pins that go with them. Hold them on. There you go. You can keep your body clips in if you want. Just a nice little idea that you can keep your parts in without losing them. You know exactly where they got to go. You're taking the rear diff apart and you've got shims and gears. You can put all the shims in there, so you know that those shims live in that one, shims live in that one. I made this pocket a little bit bigger for motor parts. You know, if you've got spur gears and stuff like that, you don't want them rolling about on the floor, because anything that drops on the floor in your shed or your workshop, it's going to go straight down the smallest hole that you can find, and you'll never get it back. Then you'll be waiting a week for new parts. So here we go, there's a shim there, chuck that in there. It's actually made so that even screws out of this bit and shock tap can all go in these parts. So that's that corner, that's that corner, that's the back end, centre diff, side skirts, or whatever you want to put in there. It's all made for various components. And we had a bit of a struggle, wanted to make them out of pine, which that one is, and as you can see the knot fell out. Knot fell out of there, and they tend to want to bend too much because there's not a lot of depth left in the bottom. One of them actually cracked here and here and here, so yeah, so decided to make them out of MDF. They can be painted, you paint them whatever you like, but this one's been Danish oiled just to protect it, just give it a little bit more sort of I don't know, a bit more character I suppose, protect the material a little bit, get a bit of grease in there, you can wipe it out. But that's the general idea of it, is that it's a small parts tray for parts like that, screws, washers, nuts, things like that. Like I say, you're waiting on a part for a diff, you put that to one side, you're doing another car, you get another tray, you can stack them on top of each other, they're out of the way. You can stack as many as you like, as long as you don't obviously knock them off the table. But yeah, that's the general idea. And we were going to offer the lasering of your channel's logo, whatever you want. I think it might be a little bit complicated if people have got serious graphics, because then I got to mess about with the laser software to get the graphic to cut properly. But yeah, I mean, just a general name, I will laser it on there for you. This machine that I've got is it's not a supersonic machine, but it's cut this out absolutely spot on, lovely, nice and flat, clean edges. Nobody can cut this out with it. Like I say, that one on that one on that. Rubber feet all stacked up. That's not going anywhere. Alright, so you know, to contact me directly through this channel about these, or we're going to set up an eBay shop called Blackmore Vale RC, and we'll be selling certain parts. I'm going to start making carbon fibre wings, cutting out carbon fibre wings, and looking into making chassis for small scale stuff. So that's the plans. Hope you got the gist of what I'm trying to show you here. If you like the content, like and subscribe, hit the notification button, and these will be all ready to be shipped. I haven't sort of got a price for shipping worldwide, but UK I think it's £4.99 postage and packaging. Alright guys, so we're going to decide a price on these. It depends. Machine time isn't my time, but this machine has a habit of losing its focus and jumping about a bit, which it did on a few of these pine ones, and it jumped all over and smashed the wood to pieces. So I just got to be a bit sort of careful with it. But that's the initial thoughts. Let me know what you think about the product, if it's a good idea, crap idea, whether you want slightly bigger one, wider one. Obviously machining time's longer. We do bespoke ones, so if you want to get rid of a pocket and make a very large pocket, a large pocket and a large pocket, we can do that. But yeah, that's the basic idea of the Blackmore Vale RC parts tray. Parts, screws, small scale stuff, you know, nuts, washers. Like I said, it'll just keep everything. You're not banging it around on the table. You've got screws here and going, oh look at that, and they're all over the floor. That's what it's going to eliminate. Alright guys, take care, and I'll see you in the next video. Hopefully that'll be Kawasaki Kenny coming out for his maiden voyage. He hasn't been out because the weather's been absolutely atrocious here in the UK, and I just can't be asked to take it out in that sort of weather when it's pouring rain and ice and freezing cold, blowing a hoolie. So Kawasaki Kenny will be out in the next couple of weeks. We're good to go. Cheers guys, take care.